Today I wanted to talk about Castle and how we could possibly change him. So I was really debating whether doing Castle just because of the core fact that there are so many concepts out there with Castle. Castle is a default operator and is known to be one of the weakest in the game, and with Rainbow being out for so long there are obviously going to be so many concepts on Castle. So I was really debating doing this, but I feel like we would have to cover Castle before we would move on to other operators, so we are going to do Castle today. There are really mainly only two changes I would want to make to Castle, so this video might be really short, but I would love to hear your thoughts on this concept. So if you guys use Reddit a lot, you might have seen this Castle buff concept quite a while ago, 21 days ago. Shout out to aka_Paraus. I will put the Reddit post in the description down below. But if you look at this image here, this is what he has made, and it is so simple yet so genius. I don't know how no one has thought of this, but imagine if this was a thing. So it kind of acts like a bulletproof soft wall. It has the same aspects as a soft wall in terms of destruction, but because it is a castle barricade, it is also bulletproof. So imagine like an ash charge on a soft wall, the hole it creates, you can see here in the bottom right, it creates that same hole on the castle, and the edges still stay barricaded up and well. So obviously you are still able to enter with many of these, like the frag grenade you can enter, Zofia you can enter, sledge you can enter, ash you can enter, but it also just creates that like having to vault, and then defenders can hold an angle, and having the edges still stay in contact, so you still do have a bit more cover, and obviously the attackers have to create that certain angle to get you. But I think this is really smart and a very good way going about it. I really hope Ubisoft has seen this and taken it into consideration, because this is really smart. I don't know how OP this would be, having to waste so much utility just to open a barricade. Like you can see here with the Habana, like it's either you open a castle barricade or a reinforced wall, and with how important reinforced walls are, it's like you would never get the barricade open. So but then again, I guess that really comes down to the team composition and what you bring to the table to counter Castle if he ever became meta. So I think this is a really good idea. The second idea I had is a very common thing, is just being able to electrify the barricade, and there's one spot on my mind that shines. It is the castle server room. You have the green wall and the red wall, the two barricades in the hallways where they connect to 90. Now imagine those two barricades were castled off and then they were both electrified, because on the outside there's no way of getting around it, you have to vault through it. So imagine if it was electrified, like Cabana wouldn't be able to open it, Ash can't open it because it would destroy the Ash charge, Carly can't do anything about it, Maverick would take damage, the only Thermite can't do anything. The only people that would be able to do it are people like Sledge, where it would just go down in one hit, not having to deal with the electricity, because electricity isn't going to stop a sledgehammer. Same with Zofia's impact, it will just blow up on impact rather than it will stay there and then get destroyed. Anything that stays there and then blows up will get destroyed, but anything on impact will just destroy it straight away. Same with a breach charge, it stays there for a bit, so that would get destroyed. But yeah, those are the two main ideas for Castle. I think they're doing a really good idea with bringing the super shorty to the table. That has, they're going in the right direction, and also now bringing the bulletproof camera, being able to switch out the impact nades for the bulletproof camera, because not only do you now have intel, you have intel and a weapon that can make as many rotations in the world. So they haven't really changed Castle in much of rotations, but he can now just bring intel to the table. So they are going in the right direction with this. The final thing I was debating is having the castle barricade come all the way down, so you can't see the feet. That's something I was debating with having like the other two buff ideas with this, because maybe that's taking a bit too far, but let me know in the comments down below. This is just a really quick video regarding how to buff castle. There are many concepts out there, so this one is short, quick. This concept was really good, and I really just had to cover it in my trash series. Next up will be knock, so if you have any ideas for knock, let me know in the comments down below, and then you might get featured in my next episode of the trash series. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and goodbye.